guys, I'm just making a quick video. I'm on my lunch break trying to find a parking spot at my building here. And I was trying to title this video a little bit more than just a Mandela Effect, but it actually started before I could finish, so that's just the title, I guess. I probably can go back in and edit it later. But anyways, how you guys doing? Just want to get on here very briefly. I'm on my lunch break and it's almost over, but this has been on my mind for a couple of days, so I'm like, let me just deal with it, let me address it, talk to you guys about it. But I don't know, guys, like, it seems like the situation with Della Reese, it just really has like hit home for me. I mean, it's one thing, with the Berenstain Bears and the Bible changes and everything, because I always, my biggest thing is I always say to people when I'm dealing with the Mandela Effect is, what type of technology that these people have that they can literally come in and change, the words, the titles of books without it ever leaving your house. That is very scary in my opinion, and very, very sinister, very, oh my gosh, like what the hell is going on? But this thing with Della Reese is just really bugging me because my children remember this lady dying, and I discuss the Mandela Effect with my kids, and we kind of deal with it, and we deal with a lot of things that relate to the world and things that's going on in the world. But for them to remember that, and for them to bring it to my attention that they remember when this lady died, lets me know that these people really are changing timelines on us. And so what came to me was that we've been being controlled by AI all along, like artificial intelligence, like the movie The Matrix back in '99 when it came out, and we all felt a deep connection. I know for me, I was still in the church, but I felt a deep connection to that movie. I just felt like what that movie was telling us was so accurate, but I always thought about it in a futuristic type thing. I always thought about it as, this is something that could happen to us in the future if we're not careful. But as I'm thinking, and as I'm looking around me, as I'm seeing whole buildings that I know was there disappear, as I'm seeing buildings and subdivisions just showing up that were not there before, I think that because we're in the information age, I think because we are so deep into knowledge, and there's this internet, there's Facebook, there's all these social things, but then there's also just the mindset of information and Aquarian age and all these spiritual things that have to do with it. But at the end of the day, we can actually see these changes happening. We can recall our dreams and know that this is deja vu. And from what I'm understanding of deja vu, that's also a timeline change. Like, I've done this before, now I'm doing it again. Like, these people are still, they've been switching timelines on us all along. So if that's the case, then how long has AI been in control? How long have they been controlling us? Like this movie that we saw way back in '99, almost 20 years ago. Were they telling us then that this is what's happening? We are being controlled and manipulated by machines. And it's to the point now where the AI is interfacing with us. You guys know it. If you go on Google right now, you can type in one letter, but the thought that you're thinking, it translates to the computer. If you say in your mind, I want to hear a particular song, you can go in and type one letter of that song, and it'll come up. And they used to say, oh, well, Google's listening, and everybody, they're listening to us, but they're not inside your brain listening. There's some kind of technology that they have that they're able to interface. So I just saw 444 as I'm saying this to you guys, so I know that that's letting me know that I'm on track. And even in that, even the numbers, when you think about the movie The Matrix, do you ever think that some of these Mandela effects are distractions? If not, how are these I don't know that it's a reaction, sweetheart. I mean, a distraction, sweetheart, because not everybody's aware of it. You know what I mean? Like my family members, when I try to talk to them about it, like I've said, they get really upset. They don't want to deal with it. And, seemingly, to be honest with you, I didn't even notice the changes until somebody brought it to my attention. I was just going through YouTube one day and I kept seeing this thing, Mandela Effect, Mandela Effect. So I'm like, what is that? So I went in, I think it was one of the first people that started talking about it on Facebook. I think it's Urban Prepper, not Facebook, but YouTube. So I think that he was the first person that kind of brought it to light that I knew of on YouTube. And so when he started dealing with the Bible, that was big to me. The Berenstain Bears and, Luke, I am your father, or no, I'm your father. That wasn't life to me. That wasn't really, speaking anything to me. But when I saw, I'm sorry guys, my daughter, of course, is texting me while I'm doing a live feed and I'm about to end this. So, your son thinks it's a distraction. Yeah, Clarence, I don't know, because like I said, I didn't even know about it until it was brought to my attention. But, there's so many distractions, out here. But if they are indeed distracting us, then, what about the people that have no idea? You know what I mean? Like, what about them? Like, what are they doing? Because a lot of them don't even look up in the sky and see that the clouds are changing, that things in the sky look different. Like, when you say those things of people, they're like, what? They have no idea. I have copies of the books. I used to read them. They say Berenstain. And wow, yeah. And I know because I'm 41, so I grew up in that time. And my kids watch Berenstain Bears. And again, they validated it for me when they were like, Mom, no, it was Berenstain. I know it was Berenstain, but they definitely was like, no, that's not right, Mom. Something's going on. But I really believe, guys, that, AI has been in control all along, and we're just aware of it now. And I think that as soon as the earthlings or the humanity, that they realize that this is going on, is when it's time for the reset. And that's all they've been talking about is a reset, and that all this is gonna go up in flames, and they're destroying this and that and these weather anomalies and all this kind of stuff. So I think we just need to kind of prepare for what's on the other side of this, prepare for what we're gonna do. If we're not gonna reincarnate back into this, I know I don't want to reincarnate back into this, but you guys, of course, I love your feedback. Thank you so much, Clarence, for jumping on and asking, because that's very valid. That's very valid. Is this some form of distraction? But then again, I just, for me, I can't say it is, because it's so real. This is the realest distraction they've ever put in place, because they're literally changing timelines on us. So you guys let me know, what do you think? Were they telling us the truth in the Matrix? Were they, giving us a heads up of what's really going on? Is a beautiful black tea star that, wrote those movies. She didn't get the credit for it, but she did. About 2 books that came out that at some point in time was and that's the other thing, Clarence. Like, you start questioning your own memories. You start questioning, did I really remember that? Or did that really happen? And that's the part I don't like. That's the part I don't like. But you guys know me. I'll probably get on and do another live later on. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
You know what? When people holding the door for